Well, hello. It's been years, I think, since my last video, and a lot's happened. So today I started testosterone again. I don't think I made a video about stopping testosterone. um, quick backstory, I guess. I started T in August 2010. My last shot was December 2016. That year of coming off T was a pretty hard year. My emotions were kind of pretty flat. Oh, wait, why did I come off T? So I guess I was just worried about long-term effects. Well, that wasn't number one. Number one was emotions. I missed my emotions. I missed the ability to cry. I had some things happen in my life and I just couldn't cry. And I miss that. I miss crying. I'm a pretty, I'm an empath, like I'm an empath, and I go on emotions. I'm an emotional person, as in, feel my way through life with emotions, which I could still do on T, but I felt a little bit, not quite me, I guess. Like, no, that's not true either. I felt really me on testosterone because all of a sudden I was the person that I always felt, and everyone was responding to me as that. But yeah, I missed the ability to just have emotions as they are, free. Anyway, so yeah, the year coming off it, I was pretty withdrawn, pretty like, yeah, really unsocial, really just flatlined. No one really knew what was going on, and then I realized and said to my my health professionals, "Hey, could this be because I'm coming off T?" And they went, "Yeah, that would make sense." Like, oh man, wait, that we could have done something about that. I don't know what, but anyway, so that was a pretty shit year. Trigger warning, about to talk about. Anyway, we'll talk about it. Trigger warning, just trigger warning. So my first visit with the Crimson Tide, we'll call it, how about that, was a year after. So I stopped in December 16, and then December 17 was my first monthly visitor. And then it was fairly regular. After that, it was actually maybe a little bit too regular, every 3 to 3.5 weeks. But I discovered the cup, which is amazing. I didn't have any issues with the whole bleeding thing. It just was something that happened. It had been happening before I started testosterone. So, and the cup is a magical thing. You can put it in and almost forget about it, daily. Like, you don't have to keep worrying about tampons or whatever. Anyway, so then the next year, 2000 and... All right, yeah, I had to have a think. And 2018 was the first time I was able to cry again after stopping in 2016. And man, was it a good cry. Like, it was a bit of a random thing to cry about, but I think, and then it just started, and so I cried for a good, like, probably half hour, and it was a beautiful thing. And then I... a lot of stuff happened that in my life that affected me emotionally quite quite strongly, like really upset me and undid parts of myself, like my foundation of me. Just with that, then I unraveled and I was too emotional, basically. Things kept happening. Something happened and that unraveled me, and then another little thing had happened, and that because I was already unraveled, it just kept like piling on this sadness, and unfortunately it was just too much, and I lost a relationship from it, because I was in this deep depression. But and it was upsetting because I'd just come good from this other part of my life where I guess detox, should we say, from the T, or my hormone levels had balanced out, and I'd just come good from that, and I was eating really well, and I was healthy, and I was at the skinniest I'd been since starting transitioning. So, and I was feeling really good in the world, but then this stuff sort of happened in that. And then it all started going back the other way. So then I put on 20 kilos in the last year. I was depressed. I chased, like, yeah, it was. Anyway, so now I'm single again, due to sadness and a few things, but in that, it was the kick. Well, actually, I had a kick just before we break up, but it was like that, this is enough is enough. So I pull myself out of the sadness somehow. Thank you to the universe for allowing that to happen finally. And I started thinking about, should I start testosterone again, because my emotions were like, here not at all on testosterone, here too much, not when I was on just lady hormones. So I want to sort of bring him back to the middle, but I don't really know how you can do that. So basically I've started on Reandron. I'm going to do 8 weekly shots for the beginning, and then I'll get so many thoughts going through my head. Anyway, so that's the 8 weekly shots, and then maybe we'll try, like, we're going to play it by ear, but maybe like do a topical cream or do like a lesser shot, because I want to try and keep that emotional balance, but I don't know if it's going to be possible, really. But yeah, I was starting to feel really good in the world. Like, I had this breakthrough in my head and I started to pick myself up, and then unfortunately the relationship finished, but at the same time that just gave me more freedom to get focused on me and start working on my body and myself and my mind. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm completely heartbroken, but I mean, what can you do when someone doesn't want to be with you? They don't want to be with you, and when it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you, and it just didn't work for us, unfortunately. So I'm down 6-7 kilos now. I go to gym every day, been doing eating really well. Everything's changed. Everything that was 2 months ago is no longer. I'm feeling really good in the world. I'm feeling really happy. I have sad days. I had a really sad day on Saturday, but then Sunday I was on top of the world, and I went for a hike and a rock climb and a bushwalk all in one day. But mostly I'm happy. I'm feeling really good today. I've got dark circles under my eyes because I am struggling with sleep, and I think that's some of the sadness from the relationship and overthinking. But I'll just got to work through that. So I mean, that's a little update to any guys that are thinking of getting off tea. Maybe I was fine in the world. It just was these circumstances of events that just unraveled me, and maybe it would be different. I didn't have too much body dysphoria until in the relationship, actually, and then I started to have a lot of dysphoria sort of halfway in. I miss the things that changed. My chest hair, I can kind of try and show you. Sorry about the fat. That's all that's left. I was hairy everywhere. I've got no hair on my butt. My back hair's gone. I guess all that's going to come back. I was getting a tiny little bit of thinning on the back of my head, I think, and that's gone away. But obviously all these things can change now. Concerns about being back on T. I guess, it's still that long-term health effects, but that's why I'm going to try and do it a bit different. I am worried about my sexuality and where that's going to go, because I'm really loving women at the moment. Women are my faves. I am still attracted to men, but not like I was when I was on T. So maybe that will change. Probably that will change. I don't know, and I don't want that to change. I like liking women. But whatever will be, will be. So what else? Other concerns? Let me pause it and think. I don't really, obviously emotions, I don't want them to go again, but it was just too much the other way, I guess. So I don't want, like, where I'm at emotionally now and my moods, and they're like totally opposite to what they were. So I'm so happy and so elevated. It's actually bizarre, but I mean, I'm eating so differently, and I'm having these smoothies with all these different herbs that help with moods and energy. And yeah, my energy is crazy, even though I'm only getting maybe 4 to 5, maybe 6 hours of sleep a night. I'm making it to the gym in the morning, and then I'm doing other things, and then I'm going to work, and I'm fine until maybe like 6. I get a bit yawny, but then I come good again. And So yeah, I'm a bit worried about losing my emotions again, and about this mood where I'm at now changing. Maybe I don't even know if that's a possibility. Yeah, but I'm 10 minutes, and I think I only get a certain amount of video for YouTube, so I'll leave it there. But maybe I'll update you, because that's what I do now. YouTube again, because I'm like a brand new T-boy, but I already got all the changes. But I'm looking forward to hair again and muscles, and my muscles are already coming back from like working out at the gym and stuff. But yeah, anyway, I hope you're all well. Thanks for listening. Yay, take care, hey.